How's it going today, everyone? This is Sage. We're coming at you guys with another market watch. I wanted to wait a few days to kind of record this just to see how the fallout after Rarity Collection 2 got handled, and also to see kind of what buyouts happened with the kickback sale that happened on Friday. So we're gonna go over a few different cards that I noticed were a little low on listings. First of which being Sakuretsu Armor Secret Rare. Now this does have a Champion Pack Super that is considered the highest scarcity. However, if you're just looking for highest rarity print, this is your high rarity. 23 listings, including the couple damaged in light play. You're sitting about $8.50 to $9 a copy. This isn't too awful. Me, I'd probably just play commons because I'm, a low rarity king. But secret Sakuretsus, these have gone up since the $5-6 that they were at their lowest. We can also see kind of a similar thing with our next card, Miracle Fusion. Now this card has gone up a lot. This is officially the highest price secret rare in the midterm destruction box. This is your mid-max. If you don't want to get the ulti, this is what you're going to get instead. Sitting about $11.50 up to $12. Lowest place at sitting $11.25 plus $2 shipping. $11.45 plus $1.25 shipping. So yeah, 12-ish bucks a copy. Oh lord. We see these happen with speed duel cards a lot. The speed duel secrets just get shot way up. Well, a lot of people do not like the speed duel secrets. I'm one of the people that actually does really like the speed duel secrets. I like that they feel sturdier and they just feel better. I also like that they frequently have Hollow Bleed. I'm a big misprint collector. Hollow Bleed is a very minor misprint, but it's still one that I like to collect where I can. Pot of Avarice, this thing dodged the Rarity Collection 2 reprint. So this, the ulti, and the Joey's World secret are the high rarities. You can get a couple copies at 4s before they're quickly up to $4.50 and $5. This isn't really used a lot nowadays, but this is used in legacy formats. If you guys need a cheap secret rare, go ahead and pick up these speed duel copies. We don't know when this is going to be reprinted again. Shining Sarcophagus, this thing has seen a lot of sales today, primarily because of Jesse Cotton's video. He did a video on the Shining Sarcophagus deck, and if you look at recent sales, these are all from the day of recording. Like, I'm recording this on the 17th, and these are all from today, which is kind of insane. Oh, I guess it's the 18th now. Wild. Little fourth wall break. Sitting at 22 listings, sitting $17. I'm not really the biggest fan of the Shining Sark deck. I really like the Exodia support that's going to be coming. Kind of cool that they decided to do this and give it like a little archetype for all the Yugi cards, though. We get into Nightmare Throne too. This card saw a lot of movement with the kickback sale. You can see tons and tons of playsets moving between $25 and $35 a pop. We're sitting at 55 listings, $35 a piece lowest, so you're dropping over $100 on the playset. Should have got these when they were sitting at 25. I definitely missed the train on that. But the Phantom of Yubel is speculated to be released in Terminal Revenge next month in June. So if you're going to be playing the pure Yubel deck, it does get significantly better with the Phantom of Yubel. So you'll need your 3 thrones to go ahead and play that deck. Seems really, really cool. Terminal Revenge I'm kind of excited for. Pydra, we're sitting about $20 a copy on this thing. Even with 86 listings, it's $18.50. Then we get up to $19.54 before the lowest playset. Kind of insane. This was a $9 super on pre-orders, so if you guys had the foresight and bought these on pre-sales, good luck, you guys doubled up. This card, I assume, can only go up. Trident Dragon, we're going to get into later, but it's not getting a reprint until Megatons. So this, Trident Dragon, Black Rose Moonlight, and a few other like extra deck cards, and your Heat Waves. That's really going to be the cost of the deck, since the rest of this core is commons and supers. We get over to Battles Legend Chapter 1. The Yubels are moving. Low listings on both. Not too shocking. People want a accessible foil print to make their deck look a little better. The silvers, I don't know why there's such a discrepancy between silvers versus ultra, gold letter ultras. Makes no sense to me, to be honest. They're both ultras, just the color of the name is a little bit different. And I definitely prefer the silver letter ones over the red, blue, green, purple, you know, whatever else that they did for the ultra rares. When we get into like Trishula, Darkness Metal, and Judgment, don't get these versions. They are shorted, but these are not high rarity at all. I think they all have jump prints, and they all have secrets from Battles Legend Armageddon, so just get one of those 2 prints. These ones aren't really worth your time. Game & Seal sitting about $4. This is pretty good. When we get into a format that requires a kaiju to out a towers, this is going to be the kaiju everybody turns to. It always is. So Gamma Seal at a few bucks, you can never go wrong. Big Eye chilling up sub 3. This thing's pretty good too. I'd recommend getting a couple copies of this just to hang on to. Never know when Kashtira Arise Heart might come back, or Dragon Rulers come to 3 and all of a sudden we need our rank 7s again. I want to take this time to promote my Whatnot. If you guys don't know, I've been selling a lot on Whatnot here recently. I've been on there about 4 weeks now, and 59 reviews, 242 followers, almost 500 sales, trying to get to 1K sales. I got a big show that's coming up. This will be as this video goes live, so if you guys are watching, go ahead and click the show link at the top of the description, and it'll take you guys directly into the show so you guys can hang out. We're going to be live from 8 a.m. Central to 10 a.m. Central. We are part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legends Raid-a-thon. They're trying to do one of these every week, and Mr. Kent Perkins sent me the invite saying, hey, we know you're live around this time anyway, so want to pick up the morning shift? So that was pretty good. Reviews are looking stellar. We just had our high rarity show on Wednesday, and that went pretty good. We ended up selling the AFD Ghost, Power Tool Ghost, Black Rose Ulti, along with a ton more Ultis and vintage cards. The Duel Master Guide Dark Paladin sold, but we still have quite a few cards left over from that sale. Like if we look at our little stack here, we still have a sizable little stack left, including Magical Android Super, Twin Burst Ultra, some Platinum Rares, some Collector Rares from Rarity Collection, Master Collection 1 Relinquished, a couple Raikou Supers, including a First Ed. So still a ton of heat left for the Whatnot card show. Go ahead and bookmark that show for me too. That'll be on June 1st at 7 p.m. Central. You can see we already have 23 bookmarks, so go ahead and bump that up to 30 for me if you haven't already. And speaking of self-promo stuff, if you guys haven't subbed to the channel, we're sitting at 69 subs as of recording this video. Nice. And we almost had 1,000 views on the last Market Watch. Kind of insane that the first video hit algos and was going out. 600 views on the Rarity Collection prediction video. Not too bad for first week on the channel. So I appreciate all this love and support, you guys. I want to get into Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever. This card was sitting 20-25 bucks, and now we're seeing it at about 13. Go ahead and pick up a couple copies of this. I suspect that this card will see some increases once Phantom comes out in Terminal Revenge, or at least that's the speculated reveal for Phantom of Yubel. So if we see that in Terminal Revenge, we can expect this to go back up to 20 or 25, so it wouldn't be the worst idea to sit on a couple copies of this, just in case. I want to talk about Super Rejuvenation Lost Art. So we didn't see the Dragon Ruler reprints in the Rarity Collection 2. However, currently Dragon Rulers are not doing anything, so I'm pretty certain they're just going to bring them back to 3 and, you know, let the deck flourish. If we do see that suspected return to 3 on the 4 Dragon Rulers, Super Rejuvenation Lost Art is going to go up, up, up. This is a high rarity, a Super Rejuve, and sitting about $6. Go ahead, pick up a playset, toss it in the Lost Art binder. and just have that just in case. Because if we go back and look at the Dragon Rulers, they should be back here. Blaster is sitting about $9. He's the most expensive out of the rest of them. You can get a playset for $10 each after tax, so... And I don't think the rest of them are sitting too expensive. I think Title... Yeah, Title is about 4, Tempest is about 4, Redox about 2. So your high rarity Dragon Rulers, really not expensive at all. Just go ahead, pick up a set. Wouldn't hurt to sit on them, just in case. Upstart, this is one that I suspected would have been in Rarity Collection 2. Honestly, it made no sense that it wasn't. We do have this Retro Pack 1 print, which if you guys missed the news, Retro Pack 1 is getting a rewave, and it's finally coming to North America. It was an EU only product prior, and now we're finally getting it in NA. But this card just didn't really make any sense to not have it in Rarity Collection 2. It has so many common prints that are a few bucks each, and only 3 foil prints, being the Turbo Pack Super, the Ultra from Yugi's World, and then a Secret Slayer Super. It just didn't really make sense to not have it in Rarity Collection. Would have been a perfect time since they just unlimited it, and it's been honestly not really doing anything. I don't think it will. I think it's only ever going to see play and stuff like Strikers or like Royal Magical Library Exodia, FTK, like that's about it. Upstart used to be one of the cards that people thought, oh, Upstart, it's going to be played at 3 in every single deck if it's ever unlimited because of the consistency. Then you can run a 37 card deck. And we're not seeing that at all. I don't think anybody's playing Upstart. But something that people are playing is Kashtira Theosis. If you're playing the Kashtira deck, or even like an engine, you're going to need 3 of the Kashtira Theosis. The field spell Wraith Soth is getting reprinted in Rarity Collection. I was kind of surprised to not see any more Cash, Scareclaw, Tier, and Manadium cards in Rarity Collection. They just kind of tossed the field spells in there and called it good. But we're sitting about $21 on the Theosis. These will likely be reprinted in the Megatons along with Rise Heart. So if you're looking to play the deck between now and September, go ahead and pick these up. Rise Heart's fallen significantly since Cash Control was being played. Sitting about $11 a copy. So if you guys are planning on playing it for Nats, go ahead and pick them up if you don't already have them. Otherwise, just wait until Megatons. Otherwise, both of these cards will fall significantly. Along with Granguinol, if you guys are playing Branded, they got 10 reprints in Rarity Collection. Yeah, Branded players are eating good for their high rarity. This does have a Starlight, however the accessible reprint is sitting about $22, $25. Rindbrum got the reprint in Rarity Collection, Granguinol did not. Rindbrum got it because of the Illusion deck play in it. This card is pretty good though. This will likely see the reprint in the Megatons in September. So if you guys are planning on playing Branded between now and then, go ahead and pick up a copy. But I don't think you need more than one. Guiding Quem, again, this is going to see the same trend that we saw with Cartesia last year and Incredible Ecclesia the year before. This will fall substantially once the Megatons come out. Cartesia was sitting about $40 to $50 to $60 prior to Megatons, and then it got the reprint in Megatons, and now they're both Original Secret and the Prismatic Secret of Cartesia are sitting around $2 to $3. So Quem will likely face that same fate come September. So if you guys have these and you're not playing Branded, I do recommend getting rid of these while they're still $45 to $50. Get your bread. Just don't miss out on potential value, man. You don't want to have this fall 90% before you finally sell it. Trident Dragion. This got confirmation that it is being reprinted. However, you'll have to wait until Megatons. One of the most obnoxious reprints that they could have possibly done. They could have tossed it in an OTS as a super. Hell, even give it a common. just to get more copies into circulation. Or they could have done it in Terminal Revenge as a Ultra or a Secret, given it a quarter century. Or they could have just put it in Rarity Collection 2 and gave it 7 printings and said, hey, we know you guys like Tempai, here, have an accessible deck. But what they chose to do instead is reprint this in the Megatins. After Nats. A 15-year-old card that they knew was a centerpiece of the new Tempai archetype, because it's literally revolving around Trident Dragion, and they purposely chose to skip out on it for Rarity Collection 2, skip out on it for OTS 25, I think is the one coming out in June, Terminal Revenge. There's so many sets that could have reprinted this in between now and September, and they just chose not to. So you're going to need to spend $100 a copy if you want to play the Tempai deck. You can play Tempais without this, but this is a big, big, big factor in the amount of damage you can output. So I would highly recommend just not doing that. If you guys have extra cards to trade a couple Quems for this, or try to get your hands on it, because you won't see a reprint until September. It has been confirmed. Super Poly is one that's been seeing some increase in sales recently. Big jump in price from the 72-73 all the way up to $95 for the lowest play set. This card's been honestly on the rise for you, Bell, I assume. This card has several high rarity prints. It has the ulti, it has a Starlight, it has a quarter century. I saw some people speculating that this would be in Rarity Collection 2, and there was zero chance, literally zero chance, that this is in Rarity Collection 2. It already has a quarter century print from Monster's Revenge. There is no way that they would reprint this card in the same exact rarity. Oh, but Sage, the quarter century is just a knockoff Starlight. Yes, but it's technically a different rarity. Has the stamp, has the gold letters instead of the silver. It's technically a different rarity. So they can reprint Starlights as quarter centuries. Why in the world would they reprint a quarter century as a quarter century? Makes no sense. If you need a cheap copy of this, this has commons. This has several ultras, including a dual Devastator one, which those dual Devastator copies tend to be pretty cheap. So it has several accessible copies. But if you guys want the OTS ulti, I think this one probably looks the best. I don't prefer the Starlight or the quarter century over the ulti. I think the ulti looks best. Shadow Mist, I feel like this should have been in Rarity Collection 2. Heroes did not receive a single card, unless you want to include Polymerization. Then woo, they got Poly. But this First Ed Super is high rarity for Shadow Mist. The only other print is a common. So if you guys want to play Heroes, you guys will need this Shadow Mist at $5.50, $6. Kind of sad that the Heroes didn't get any cards. Bestials didn't get reprinted either. You can see Dissipators come down from about 50. Jerusalem still sitting about 10 to 12. Baldrake, I'm hoping gets a Prismatic in the tins, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Same with Aluber. Albalos, that's not a real card. It doesn't exist. Just ignore that one. Access code, OG Secret. You can see it was chilling about 25 plus. And then the influencer reveals happened. It's not like we didn't know this card was... Like, we knew this card was going to be in Rarity Collection the whole time. We knew it since the time they announced it way back here. That, hey, Rarity Collection 2 is coming out. They announced it around here. And, oh, yay, it fell half. But then it maintained $25 because people still needed the card while they waited for the reprints. But now OG Secrets are sitting about $10.50, $10. Not too bad. But, again, Rarity Collection reprints will do that to you. Same with Garura, or Buddy. Short printed in the Megatons. And we knew he was being reprinted here. You know, we saw a little bit of a fall, and then Influencer Reveals came out and crashed the price of it. Sitting about $2 for the Prismatic Secret. Same with the Ultra. So, oh well, accessible copies. Say, Alternative did not see kind of the same trend. These were all like 15 plus. They fell a little to like 8, 9, 10 bucks a piece, but I assume because this is Blue Eyes and it's a DM era deck that it's not going to see as much of a fall. However, once those copies get out into the market, I assume all of these movie pack copies will fall too. It's just a matter of time. Crystal Wing, this thing was seeing a spike due to the Baron ban. People needed their negate, so they were just going into Crystal Wing. All these copies have crashed due to the Rarity Collection reprint. This does have a Ghost. Ghost is probably going to still be high rarity over Quarter Century. We'll have to wait and see. Some people do prefer the Quarter Century just because it's blingier. However, you guys know I'm a Prismatic Ultimate Rare boyo. I just actually ordered the rest of my Prismatic Ultimate Rares to complete my playset of all Rarity Collection 1 cards in Prismatic Ultimate. That's 81 cards, 3 copies each, 243 cards. I'm so stoked. They should be here hopefully next week. I ordered them during the kickback sale. I just needed like 3 or 4 more. So I figured might as well just pick them up. Guardian Chimera. This is one that honestly was pretty foreseeable to be reprinted in Rarity Collection 2. This thing was getting out of hand with the Chimera deck. Seeing like $15, $20+ a copy. Now it's sitting $4, $5, $6. Just wait till Rarity Collection. You don't need it that bad. Rarity Collection comes out next week. Next Wednesday at your local OTS. Just pick it up there. Magician Souls. This is seeing kind of the same treatment that alternative White Dragon was seeing. It's a DM deck, so it's not going to see as much of a fall. However, once the copies get into circulation, these original copies will fall a little bit more. So if you guys still have these, I'd recommend selling or trading them. Unless you just like the original print. If you like the OG Ultra, just keep the OG Ultra. If you like the high rarity Secret from Brothers of Legend, you know, keep it. Doesn't hurt me any. Raikou, the boy finally getting some foil prints. I want to look at the First Ed Super to see what First Ed Super is doing. These were sitting about 50 a couple weeks ago. I only know this because I have one, and I was looking to see how much I could sell it for. Looking like we're about 34 or 35 bucks for OG First Light of Destruction Raikous. That's not too bad, actually. And I assume the First Ed is just going to stay relatively high. It's not going to go back to the 50 that it was, but it should stay up there because people do tend to prefer their highest rarity of that era. So if people are playing Edison, they're going to want the high rarity that was out at the time because they want the OG card text, they want the OG look, and they just kind of prefer that feel. So they're going to want the First Ed Super for Raikou. Same with Charge, so they're going to want their secrets. However, some of these supers are acceptable too. These commons were getting ridiculous. I think they were like 10 bucks there for a while. Just absolutely ridiculous. Kind of glad this is getting a reprint. Even though I have these Stardust Overdrive supers and I have a playset of the premium golds. So, it needed it. Same with Raikou. Bingo Mission Go also needed the reprint really badly. I would have preferred to see this in like an OTS or Terminal Revenge or something, but you know, get the copies out. Blue Eyes getting 4 cards in Rarity Collection was kind of, you know, a punch in the throat. Heroes didn't get anything. We didn't see my Black Eyes reprint. We didn't see Plunder Patrol Booty get a foil, but I'm still hopeful that my Black Eyes and Booty will get the foil prints eventually. Ghost from the Past 3? Give me the foils, Konami, please. I'm begging you. This is my direct beg to Konami. Please give Black Eyes a ultra rare to match the rest of the deck. Please, I beg of you. That's all. Let's move on to last card, Synchro Zone. This is the only, I want to say it's the only trap, continuous trap floodgate that doesn't have a reprint yet, because Anti-Spell and Skill Drain both just got reprinted in Rarity Collection 2. Gozen is limited. Gozen could use a reprint. Gozen would be cool. Rivalry needs more foils, I guess, but they're all limited. Synchro Zone is the last one to not be hit and also not receive a recent reprint. This isn't doing anything in the format, and it won't as long as Tenpai Dragon is around, because neither player can declare attacks except with Synchro monsters. What does Tenpai Dragons use? It uses Synchros, so these are just a good hold on to a playset or two, because once Tenpai starts to circulate out, we'll see this in more runic stun decks. If you guys enjoyed today, I'd appreciate a like. Appreciate you guys leaving a comment down below on what cards you guys want to see in the next Market Watch, and what cards were you disappointed that were in Rarity Collection 2. Go ahead and leave that down below for me. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Drink some water. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.